Hi, and welcome to Live with Connie. And I see we have Angela here, Ursula, and Dinah. Hi, how are y'all doing today? And for those watching on replay, I want to welcome you and feel free to answer any of the questions we ask in replay. And today, my guest star is Kaylin with Kay's Crochet Haven. And in a little while, once I'm going to give it a little more time, and then I'll let Caitlin tell y'all more about herself and her channel. And Angela says she found a way to finish her hat. She's using wooden strewers instead of the double pointed needles. Awesome. The only thing with that is be careful because they may not be quite the same size, like the width, as the knitting needles that you use. So your tension might be kind of, or your gauge might be kind of off at the top of your hat. And Ursula says she's glad to make it on my live. Oh, Ursula, and I would love to have you guest star down the road on one of my lives. We're gonna have to get together and talk to try to make it happen. And Dinah wants to know how we're doing today. I'm doing good. Just another hot day in Louisiana. How about you, Kay?
Well, I'm doing good. And speaking of hot, I think a while ago it was 90 here. I don't know. Let's see. No, it's
Yeah,
80.
I think the high for the day is supposed to be like 93, and like the low is I think around 78.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I get email weather alerts, and I got one that says severe thunderstorms are coming our way.
yeah, it looks like here we're gonna get some rain today.
Hi.
And let's see, AJ's here. Hi, AJ. How are you today?
Hey, AJ.
Oh, and Jennifer's here. Hi, Jennifer. How are you today? Okay. And Ursula says we are heading for winter in the southern hemisphere. So it's cold here. Well, I'm cold. And you know what's funny? It's hard to imagine it being cold this time of year. Like, especially if you're from the South, from in the United States, it's like it's hot time. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Caitlin tell y'all about herself and her channel now, or whatever she wants to talk about. Take it away.
Okay. Every Thursday, I have a live at 8 a.m. Central. And then on Sunday, I usually do a little podcast where I show my whips and if I have any finished objects. And sometimes I give a life update. But that's basically my channel right there.
You have anything else you want to tell them about yourself, or?
Well, I'm 36. Well, I'll be 36 in August, and I'm a mother of one son who is 10, who will be 11 this year, and he's been waiting to say hi, and he's actually said it a couple of times, but
Ew.
and I
Pull it
also
out, Aiden. Say hi.
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 and then I have a stepson who is 14 this year. Yeah, 14 this year.
I want to see you. About like 2 years.
No, it hasn't been 2 years.
You don't want to come out.
Who, Aiden?
Your stepson.
Oh, he comes over. Aiden just acts like he doesn't get to see him. It's only because if Aiden and LJ had their ways, LJ would actually be living with me right now. But I I can't really afford another mouth because he eats me out of house and home whenever he comes over to visit. And he's this big around.
Oh, Dinah, can you drop Kay's link? Her channel's called Kay's Crochet Haven. And y'all go check out Caitlin's channel if y'all not already subscribed to her. And I see Annette is here. Hi, Annette. How are you today?
Hey, Annette.
And if y'all have any questions that y'all would like to ask me or Caitlin, feel free to ask them in the chat. And let's see. Ursula says, you're a babe still. I can be your mom if I started young at 16. Yeah, I'm 46.
Yeah, when you said that last night on Crystal's Live, I was like, what? I would have never thought you were 10 years older than me.
Who is?
Connie.
So you thought I was younger?
Yes, I thought you were closer to my age.
Most people think I'm younger than what I am.
It's not bad. That's not a bad thing.
Everyone.
And Dinah says, I'm in South Carolina visiting a family friend. The weather is gorgeous. Oh, I'm jealous. Bring some of that gorgeous weather to us. And AJ's here. Hi, AJ. How are you today? And he's going to be guest starring on one of my lives soon. So y'all look forward to that.
Oh, that's cool.
And Ursula says, oh, young men are like that. I remember my brother growing up. He ate like a locust for sure. Yep. Boys like to eat.
He asked me to make him some French toast one time, and I made him like 10 pieces of French toast. I was like, where are you putting this? And then he was like, I'm still hungry. I said, what? How?
Hi, Melissa. Hi, Brenda. How are y'all doing today? And I see Ursula has a question for you, Caitlin. She wants to know what made you start your channel.
Boredom. I started it during the pandemic last year, but I had actually always wanted to make a YouTube channel. And this was back when I first found out about YouTube, which was like, what, 8 years ago. I was like, I want to do that. And then, I found out that people were putting their crochet, teaching and stuff like that. I was like, oh, I really, really want to do that. But I never had the equipment, so I never tried. So I didn't. And then I started it last year.
Yeah, I was kind of along the same way because I got into knitting and crocheting and I didn't even know that there were channels where people just showed what they made. And then
Right.
all of a sudden I started discovering them and I'm like, I can do that. And like I told Frank I was thinking about it and he was like, I think you should do it. So I went for it. And Deborah's here. Hi, Deborah. How are you doing today?
Hey, Deborah.
And we're going to let you start off with asking the first question, Caitlin.
Okay. What are some cartoon theme songs that you remember?
I think Aiden's going to want to answer this one too.
He knows a lot. I think the one that sticks out the most with me is, do you remember Cat Dog?
I don't remember that one.
Oh, that one was one of my favorites. That's the one I remember the most, but I'm not going to sing it because I'm not a good singer.
So what are Aiden's?
He says he remembers SpongeBob the most.
Yeah. And second of all, then second was sorry, I'm trying to think. Was the Teen Go, there we go.
The Teen Titans Go.
With me, I would go with Jim. I don't know if y'all remember Jim. It wasn't a cartoon that was on very long,
I
but
don't. I,
like she would change. Like it was, her name was Jerica Benton, and she would change into Jim with these store earrings, and it was a hologram, and like it was, her group and the Misfits were always battling with each other.
I
Then
don't.
of course, then of course I have to go with Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Ah.
Yes.
I love me some chipmunks. And like I don't know, I always love like their theme song and like the songs that they sang. And
Yeah.
of course the Smurfs.
Yes.
Ah, the Smurfs.
And let's see. Annette wants to know what you're working on, Caitlin.
I'm sewing in ends on my granny squares.
Ooh, pretty. And I still have not done a granny square yet.
Oh,
I'll get to it eventually.
and then you'll be hooked on it, and then you'll be making you a granny square blanket.
Yeah, I want to eventually. I do want to do one with sunflowers.
Oh yeah, those are pretty. I like those.
And Ursula says, I was quite frustrated with my crochet sweater, so I parked it. I'm busy with David's Alicia shawl. It is so pretty. Yeah, sometimes we hit those projects that get frustrating.
Hmm. Or
And
you can just
Deborah,
get bored with.
and Deborah says the Flintstones. That's a good one.
Oh,
Yes.
the Flintstones.
And Brenda says, I love the show and tell part of the Yorny YouTube community.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, at first I knew there was tutorials, but I didn't know that there was a yarn community like this on YouTube.
I like the Flintstones.
And Ursula says, Lambert, the sheepish lion is a song I remember. I'm not familiar with that one, Ursula.
Me either.
With what?
Lambert the sheepish lion.
Oh.
And AJ says, this will date me, but Bugs Bunny. But I remember Bugs Bunny too. Yes, yes. Please hit the thumbs up, everybody. Please. And Melissa says Bugs Bunny too. Oh, Lisa's here. Hi, Lisa. How are you today? Oh, yeah. Just to let y'all know, some of these questions at the time that I was coming up with them, and I also got some advice from Lisa on questions. So you can tell, be able to tell by the questions on this live probably that Lisa was involved some. Well, that's if we get to those questions today and maybe on another live.
Um,
And Marquita's here. Hi, Marquita. How are you today? And she says, I remember Jim. She was fabulous. Yes, and that's one cartoon I wish would come back. I really do. And AJ said that and Tom and Jerry. Yeah. And Garfield and Friends. Yeah, I like me some Garfield. Let's see. Jennifer says Tom and Jerry. And Ursula says, oh, I love the Chipmunks. Great music. Oh, yeah, and I loved when they did those movies for the Chipmunks.
Me too.
With the Chipettes. And Marquita says, oh, my goodness, Connie, you're bringing back memories. What about Pound Puppies? I briefly remember them.
Purple?
Or
No.
Strawberry Shortcake.
Yes.
Holly Hobby. Oh, and Annette says she loves the color, Caitlin.
Thank you.
I got AJ singing the Smurf theme song. La 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 la. Ursula says, "Oh, granny squares, heaven, Connie, that's crochet 101. You've got to do a granny square."
That's right.
I started off, I learned my stitches, and then I just started doing projects. And I just haven't done a project with granny squares yet. I did just learn the waffle stitch, which is the stitch that I use for the patriotic scarf that I just designed, which it's in the testing phase right now. So once that's tested and I make the edits to it, I'll be putting that for sale in my Ravelry store. And I'll be doing a giveaway for the pattern.
Yeah.
And Marquita says, "I thought I never liked granny squares, but they're much more versatile than I thought.
They are.
And there's so much you can do with them. Even though I haven't made one yet, but I mean, I've seen like there's some beautiful ones. I like all the flower ones.
Yeah.
Those, those are my favorite." And Dinah says she loves granny squares. And if y'all haven't already done so, please join my Facebook group. And I'm real laid back in my group, not many rules. You can post your yarn, crochet, knitting, and your pets in there. Because y'all know I love it. I love seeing pets.
Yeah.
And Deborah says, "I'm working on my Beadie Challenge poncho." Awesome. I need to start learning how to do beads. Which, whenever I get to my poncho after I finish my blanket, I'm probably going to try putting beads on it. And Dinah said, "Just made a couple of videos working on granny squares." Let me make sure no one new has come in that I hadn't greeted. Oh, Nadine's here. Hi, Nadine. How are you today?
And I do.
And let's see. Okay. And let's see. Ursula says, "As soon as the joy goes out of a project, I'll park it because I can't do the stress. I frogged that sweater twice. Too much." Maybe try doing a different pattern or a different yarn with it. And AJ says, "I remember Lambert." I don't. Lisa says, "Bugs Bunny rocks."
And Bugs Bunny's my favorite Looney Tunes.
Still talking about the
Ursula
cartoon.
says, "I also did not know about this community, although I did know about crochet tutorials. So this is great to discover it." Yes. And I mean, I love being able to interact with everyone like this. It's awesome.
It is. Especially when the interaction is of people like in South Africa.
Yeah, we met people like Ursula, Squish, who are some other who I know there's other ones that are in other countries I'm just not thinking of right now. But
Lisa at Ladybird Loves.
yeah, UK and our Canada friends.
Canada.
That's right.
Yeah, yarning should never be frustrating. Yep, I agree. Lisa says, "Yep, the weirdo questions are mine." But me and Lisa are both into like the ghost and alien thing. So, and the next question is an alien question.
Well, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, aliens. And y'all, oh, I don't know if y'all saw my alien hat yet that I made. It was in my Knitting Friday video yesterday. And that's a pattern that I designed the hat for, which that's one that I need to write up and get my get testers to test it, and then it will also go up in my Ravelry store. And I'll do a giveaway on that too for the pattern. I love me some aliens. Okay, Jennifer wants to know what our favorite thing to crochet is. So what's yours, Caitlin?
I like making hats because they're quick and easy. That's my favorite thing to do. Something quick and easy.
Mine is shawls. I think shawls are gorgeous.
They
And
are.
then next would be hats. Because I like to have fun with hats. I like holiday stuff. I like the cutesy. I have fun with hats. And Annette says Roadrunner cartoons. I always felt sorry for the coyote.
I know.
And Marquita says that she's so glad I could catch your live. Oh, I'm so glad you're able to make it. And let's see. Jeanette from DIY Creations gave us that advice. I thought it is so true, so now I do it. Keep it fun and uplifting.
That's right.
Oh, and Nadine says she's glad she didn't miss my live. It's been a tough couple of days. You always cheer me up. Aw, thanks. And I hope things get better for you, Nadine. And Dinah says, I'm working on crochet angel lollipops, crocheting scrunchies, knitting puppets, crocheting a mermaid, tall blanket. Just have to make the tail. Ooh, awesome.
I made them.
Those are some nice projects. Oh, and Brenda brings up Care Bears. I forgot about them.
Oh, Care Bears. And Kaylin.
Also, if y'all don't know already, I do a shout out video on Thursdays. So if you're a content creator and you want a shout out, let me know. Also, if you know of a channel that could use a shout out. And I love finding little new channels and getting the word out about them. So especially if y'all hear of new channels, let me know so I can shout them out. And Lisa, she said when she watched my shout out video, my last one, I scared her when I did the shout out thing. Let's see. Dinah says September, October, I hope to make a matching cowl and shawl. Ooh, nice.
Yes.
AJ says I was the same way, crocheting for over 40 years, and I have never done the granny square. You see, I'm not that. I've only been crocheting not even a year yet. September makes a year for me, so.
I've only been crocheting for.
You haven't completely mastered crochet
Yes,
yet.
I know.
And Lisa said that's the first time I used the waffle stitches. Is your scarf. Yeah, and I am going to be doing a tutorial. I'm going to try to start working on it tomorrow. But I'm probably going to do, probably before I do the actual waffle stitch, I have to show y'all how to do the front post double crochet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll probably do the back post one too, just because they kind of go together. But
Yeah.
but the with the waffle stitch you only have to do the I think the front post one. So but yeah, I'll try to work on some of that tomorrow. And if y'all are interested in any of my patterns that I've designed, so far I have 2 beanie patterns in my Ravelry store. That's the link for my Ravelry store. Oh, I think you have a question. Ursula had asked, what have you never made? And she said she's never made socks, and I've never made a corner to corner anything. So.
Well, let me think. I just made some socks for a friend, so I scratched that one off. I've made shawls, cowls, hats. I've made blankets. I've done corner to corner. Um, I've done V-stitch work. I don't think there's anything I haven't done, like project-wise or even stitch-wise.
I know what I haven't made. Shaw, gray square.
And let's see. I've never like for me, I've never made like gloves or mittens yet. And let's see what else is there that I haven't made. I'm sure there's stuff. I want to make my first graph band next year.
I've done a graph band too.
Um, let's see. I haven't made other than a dog sweater. I haven't done any like sweaters or cardigans.
I don't think I've made a sweater. Well, yeah, an actual sweater I haven't made, but I've made cardigans, and I have a pullover that I'm making. I just need to sew the pocket on and finish the hood.
And if you're a content creator and you want your link drop, just type CC in the comments, and one of my mods will drop your link for you. And Dinah says there's so much to make with granny squares, and yes, there really is.
Mm.
And I love all the ones with flowers. And I think it was Pamela from Pamela's Adoring Crochet had showed a book with some interesting things you can do with granny squares too.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. And here's Dinah's link for her channel. So y'all be sure to check her channel out and show her some support. And also, if y'all don't already know, Crystal, the Yorny chicken and crazy cat lady, she's having a 500 collaboration giveaway. And me and Caitlin are both involved. We have our videos on our channel. And there's 2 or 3 other channels. There's 6 of us total involved in this giveaway. So y'all make sure to check out the giveaway and also on all of our channels, because each channel participating will have a semifinalist, and they'll get a prize from their channel, and then those people will get entered for the grand prize from Crystal. So y'all don't want to miss out on this. If I can not get tongue tied. And let's see. Oh, Deborah says Inspector Gadget. Yeah, I remember him. And AJ says, I did get Little John's Granny Square sweater pattern to make. I love the look of it. And Ursula does some beautiful work with granny squares and the granny stitch. She's like the granny stitch queen. Oh, yes. And if y'all have pictures of finished projects or your pets and you want them in one of my videos, you can either just email them to me or send them to me in my Facebook group. And I'll see about getting them in a video. And Ursula says, I love interacting with other yarn lovers and crocheters, and just interacting is so uplifting. Yes, it is. I totally agree, Ursula. And Marquita says she loves our community. And Dinah saying hello to the lurkers. Hi, lurkers. Come out wherever you are.
You burnt your fingers?
And AJ says, I just got a board to block granny squares and any granny squares on too. Oh, awesome. And Marquita thinks my alien hat was amazing. Oh, thank you. Ursula was a blocking bird. A blocking board. A blocking bird. And and like I said before, if any of y'all have any questions you would like to ask me or Caitlin, feel free to ask us. Let's see.
Fine.
Also, too, if anyone is interested in being a moderator for my live videos, let me know. You don't have to be a content creator to be a moderator. All you're basically doing is just posting links and basically making sure everyone behaves themselves in the chat. Look out for like spam, trolls, that type of thing, and greet people.
Did you hear that? That's what they do.
And Ursula says, I've never made a hat. It's just not that cold here. Or rather, my head is not cold, but I love ponchos and shawls. That's my thing. And it's not cold here. It's not cold, but I still love hats.
Yeah.
Oh, Deborah has to go. Bye, Deborah. Hope you have a good day.
Bye.
Bye, Deborah.
And Dinah says she loves making hats. And let's see. And AJ says, my favorite was always baby blankets. Now I'm learning new things and loving amigurumi. Oh, awesome. And also, any content creators, if y'all ever would like to go live with me, just let me know and we'll make it happen. And Dinah says, I'll continue moderating. I'll make more lives. Okay, awesome. Yeah, like most of the time, Crystal is here, but sometimes when she's not here, I have other moderators, but they're not always here either. So I always want to make sure I have some coverage.
That's right.
And AJ says I'm a brand new channel. Okay, I'll add you to my shout out list for Thursday. Hold up, let me write it down. Let me find my paper. Okay, AJ's personal touch. I have a lot that I'll be shouting out on this coming Thursday. I think now I'm at 12 shout outs.
That's good, though.
But there'll be a lot of new people to go check out. And let's see where. Oh, Nana Michelle's here. Hi, Nana. How are you today? And let me see if anyone else has come in that I hadn't greeted yet. Oh, Tina's here. Hi, Tina. How are you today?
Hey, Tina.
Okay. Wanted to make sure that I hadn't forgotten to greet anybody. And Nana Michelle is eating lunch and listening. Ooh, what you having for lunch? We might come raid your house.
Yes. I love food.
Dinah said, I've never made a poncho or shawl, hoping to make a poncho. Yeah, I made lots of shawls. I haven't done a poncho yet, which after I finish my ocean blanket, I'm going to start my first poncho, and it's going to be a crochet one. It's actually one of Bag O Days. What was that, Caitlin?
I was going to say I've made one poncho, and that's it. Just one.
Was it difficult or?
I ran out of yarn. That's about the difficult thing is you need to make sure you have enough yarn for it.
See, my only concern is like when it comes to like basically sewing the edges together.
I made mine in a round.
But I'm not sure like how this pattern exactly is gonna go about things. But I know some you gotta sew together. Which
Yeah.
I mean I can do it, but I don't know. I don't like sewing seams together.
I know, me either. Which is why I don't know why I'm doing this because I'm going to sew this together whenever I get done.
That's why I always knit my hats in the round.
Right.
And to me, it's so much easier than having to sew that seam up at the end.
Yeah.
Um,
Ursula says my ponchos are for curvy girls. Thank you for the thumbs up, Tina. And let's see. Nana Michelle says, I have never made socks. Thinking about it though. Oh, I just made my first pair. And they're really not that hard. They really not. So I think you should go for it. Just do it. And the crazy sock lady has awesome tutorials. Now I recommend using 9-inch circulars. Like now I know some people do the magic loop method,
Mhm.
which now I did that for that I did have to do for the toe decreases at the end. But I don't know, I don't recommend starting off with double pointed needles. I tried that initially and it's just so flipsy flopsy at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then like when you get to the heel, now you have two ways you can do it. You can either stay doing it on the circular, do it all on the circular needle, or you can add a double one, one double pointed needle and use another one to I use the double pointed needles for the heel. But
Okay.
but yeah, check out the Crazy Sock Lady. She has awesome tutorials. Nadine says, I have never made a maxi skirt. It's next on my list as soon as I finish my flamingo tee. Ooh, interesting.
No, I haven't made a skirt, so can that count
Me either.
on?
Me either. And Dinah says, welcome to being a YouTuber. I made my first video and posted it September 2026. I don't know what year that is supposed to be, but
Maybe 2020.
that's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Okay, Angela says that she's going to finish her hat next month because she's got to wait on her double pointed needles to come in.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it when you're done, though, Angela. I think Frank turned the TV on. I just heard a noise. And here's the link for Nana Michelle's channel, so y'all be sure to check her channel out and show her your support. And Ursula says, yeah, I saw that video that Pamela showed of 3D granny squares. I love that. Not sure if that is what you're talking about. I think it was. Because it was like, they were different granny squares. I remember that. And Dinah says, I'm from New York, born and raised, moved to Florida July 15th, 2018. Awesome. And let's see. And Nana Michelle says, oh, I know I'm not going to say this right. Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio, and numerous blankets and a shawl.
Mhm.
Lisa says she's from Southern Oregon and have lived here all my life. Ursula says, cute doggy.
Yeah, she was trying to jump up on me, so I figured I'd pick her up for a few minutes. Maybe she'll leave me alone.
Okay. Jennifer wants to know what's the hardest things we've ever made. How about you, Caitlin?
The hardest thing I've ever made would have to be the first time I did a corner to corner graph. I made an Alabama and an Auburn blanket, and um, just keeping up with the pattern or the way I needed to do each square corner to corner was tough. That's about the hardest thing I've ever made.
I would have to go with it's this knitted shawl that I did, and it has hearts on it. And I've showed it before in videos, and I think it's on like I think one of the tag questionnaire ones. I
Hmm.
showed it on that, and I know it's in another knitting video too. But It took me a long time. Like it took me a while to figure out the pattern
Yeah. Did you
because
make it up, or were you following somebody else's?
this is actually a Marley Bird pattern.
Oh, okay.
And I initially saw, found the written pattern, and I was still too green to knitting at the time. And I was like, oh, I wish they had a video tutorial. And I mean, I searched and searched, I couldn't find one. And then all of a sudden, I stumbled across the video for one. I think they finally did one. And whenever I first was trying to do the video tutorial, I couldn't follow what the pattern, the way it was written,
Hmm.
and I'm getting frustrated, and I was getting to the point where I was either, well, I was probably going to go to Facebook groups for advice first, but I was scared I was going to give up on it, and but finally it clicked, and I saw how the pattern worked, but I think that was the most challenging pattern for me.
So it's your most proud pattern too, huh?
Yeah, that was the question. What was project I was the most proud of? Yeah. Okay. Yes, Tina, I'll make you a moderator after I finish with the live today. And let's see. Oh, and here's Brenda's channel. Y'all go check her channel out. Brenda does some awesome. She's awesome at spinning yarn and hand dyeing yarn. Y'all have to see her yarn. It's beautiful. And Nana Michelle says, my sacred space Afghan. Ooh, nice. Oh, it's fine, Kim. Yeah, I was, I kind of messaged you kind of late in the game, but I wanted to make sure I had coverage because Lisa had said she might be late. So I started contacting all my moderators, trying to see who could make it. But how are you today, Kim? And Ursula says, I love good roasted chicken and potatoes with veggies. Oh, yum, real Sunday lunch food for us. And I've never been that big on roasted chicken. I mean, it's all right, but it's not my favorite.
I like I like chicken. Chicken's one of my favorites.
I don't know. I like chicken like more like if it's in a dish, not just by itself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Teensy's here. Hi, Teensy. How are you today? She says, Bonjour, Chat. Lazy's Von Temp's ruler. I've been with my hubby's family, so thought I'd open with a little Cajun. But Frank would be better at saying it than me. Frank has that Cajun thing better down pat. And Ursula says, if you don't like sewing things together, then crochet it together. I didn't think about that. Awesome idea. And Sarah's here. Hi, Sarah. How are you today?
Hey, Sarah.
So Lisa says, I'm going to make a pair using a loom. I guess you're referring to socks. And and some people do them on looms. And AJ says, when I do have pieces to put together, like on a mile a minute baby blanket, I always just crochet them together and do not sew them. I love the texture it adds to the project. See, that's one thing I love about talking to everyone. See, y'all give us ideas. Or like,
Hmm.
you're not sure how to do something, and it's like we all help each other out and try to give advice on how to do something new, how to,
Yep.
and let's see. Marquita says, I made a poncho in the round too. I hate sewing seams too, and I learned to be sure to use the same color yarn for the seam. If
Yep.
using striping yarn, that's a really big deal to match the colors. Yep. Kim says, I love my 9 inch. I can never say that. Chia goes. Chia goes.
Yagoos, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
And that's the type, my 9 inch or the Chiagus. But like my regular set of circulars, they're oh, what you call them, knit picks. But I would love to have the set of the chia goos. They say they're the best.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, so let's talk about roll tide.
Ooh, it's work.
Marquita, Marquita says she's from Alabama.
Oh, that's
You know,
cool. I'm from South Alabama. I live about 10 miles, 10 minutes, whatever, away from Florida.
and Jennifer's from Alabama too. I'm from Louisiana, y'all. Swamp country. Okay, and Jennifer's from Russellville, Alabama. Marquita says, I'm in Florence now, graduated from Alabama, and now live in Florence, Alabama. Yeah, y'all are neighbors. Let's see. Nadine says, I'm most proud of the sweater. I made it for my son using the moss stitch and feels like butter by Lion Brand. It took forever, but it was worth it once I saw it on him wearing a smile. Awesome. And I've been curious about that feels like butter yarn.
Me too. I haven't tried it yet.
And Brenda's thanking everyone for all the mentions of her tiny new channel. Oh, you're welcome, Brenda. And I hope your channel has success. Before you know it, you'll be at 1,000 subscribers.
That's right.
I'm getting very close to 700.
That's
I'm
good.
I'm like, it's like my numbers have been going up lately, but then I get scared too that I'll see the drop.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a drop. AJ says originally Nadine and I wanted to do a joint channel, but with her in California and me in Indiana, we did not know how to pull it off. We can do lives together if we have our own channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and really, I'd recommend, y'all both have a channel, go live together. Yeah. I know I like having people on my lives because it lets you get to know other content creators better, and I don't know, you just have more of a conversation, I find.
Yeah.
Let's see. And Ursula agrees. Collaborations is great fun. It's great to have guests on your live. Ursula loves nitpicks, but know, I don't like the bamboo double pointed needles. I made the mistake of getting bamboo whenever I was going to knit my first pair of socks. I've broken 2 needles so far. I'm like, I wish I would have gotten the aluminum.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like knit picks. I do. I love their circulars. I have the aluminum, but I will never get bamboo again. Let's see. AJ says I am making my first crochet top for a tester crochet. Ooh, awesome. Ooh, Ellie's here. Hi,
Hey,
Ellie. How are you? She popping in for a little bit. Gotta run some errands. I bought some double pointed needles shaped like a U for making socks, but haven't tried them yet. Awesome. See, my goal is to get everyone knitting. Ursula says, "Ooh, I love the crochet moss stitch. I find that it is as thin as knitting. Love it." And I'm trying to remember if I had, like, I know I did a scarf, which it may have been in the moss stitch. I'm trying to remember what stitch it used. It was the St. Patrick's one I did with the 4-leaf clovers on the fringe,
Hmm.
but I don't remember which stitch that was offhand. And let's see. Marquita says, "I enjoy watching yarn vlogs and podcasts, but the lives are so much fun." Yeah, and I love it whenever you like I start like we start cutting up on the lives.
Yeah. Like you and Lisa smelling feet the other night.
And Brenda says, "I finally made a channel so I could better connect to other yarn folks too." Marquita says, "I want to learn to knit one thing, socks." Well, if you're interested in learning how to knit, I do have tutorials on my channel for teaching you the basics of knitting. I have a playlist, so you might want to check that out. And over time, I'll be adding more tutorials too. Oh, Holy Spirit Firefall is here. Hi, how are you doing today? And what is your first name? And Sarah says, "I'm from Missouri. I like the grip that bamboo gives, though. I do worry on thin needles that they could break if I'm too tough. I don't work with thin yarns too often, however." Yeah. And like I said, mine broke, and I was trying to be gentle, especially after breaking the first needle. And let's see. Ursula says it's single crochet chain, and that's it. I don't remember. It's been a while since I made that scarf, so I don't remember offhand. Jane. Did I miss somebody?
I think Jane is the Holy Spirit.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure of Holy Spirit's name. Oh, thank you, Marquita. Yeah, and I also have a crochet tutorial playlist too. And, over time, I'll keep adding more tutorials. Let's see. Okay, it's Jane. Okay. And Nadine says, "I love knitting. It's really fun. I usually have 2 crochet whips and 1 knitting whip, so I don't get frustrated if one of them is giving me a hard time." Yeah, and that's one thing I've been doing now. I usually have a crochet and a knitting whip, and of course, my temperature blanket. And I alternate between those 3 during the week. Okay. Okay, so finally, we're moving on to the next question. And I'm only going to be going about another 25 minutes, I think, because I only have an hour and 21 minutes left on my free hours for the month for StreamYard. So, and we're at 54 minutes right now. Yeah, but I reset tomorrow. So, but the next question, and it's an alien one. If you were abducted by aliens, would you tell anybody why or why not? I would so tell. I would want everyone to know I experienced an alien and what they were like. I would put it in the newspaper. It would be all over my YouTube channel. I'd spread the word. And I'd be like all excited. Well, hopefully they wouldn't be harmful. But that's of course if they're nice. How about you, Kay?
Yes, I would do the same thing. Be like, y'all, guess what? You'll never believe it.
Ursula says, nope, I don't want people to think I'm crazy. Oh, I guess people already think I'm crazy then. But I don't know. I mean, I believe there's other life form out there.
Me too.
So, but the one thing with aliens, I do believe they carry high radiation. So it probably actually wouldn't be safe to be around one.
Mhm.
But I still think they're fascinating. Lisa says, I would write a book if I was abducted by an alien. Yeah. Lisa says everybody already knows I'm crazy, so what to do? What to do? I have to lose, laughing out loud. Yeah, because she was coming up with Bigfoot questions last night to ask.
Mhm.
And speaking of Bigfoot, has anyone ever experienced Bigfoot or thinks they have or know somebody that has? Me either.
Not me.
But Lisa has a story. Let's see. But yeah, Lisa has a story on Bigfoot. Someone that she knows experienced Bigfoot. Ursula says, as long as you don't start glowing in the dark. You don't want to be green, Ursula? Do like ET phone home? But ET was more grayish than green.
Yeah.
And Nadine says, that was the only project that made me cry. It's the first sweater I made. I feel your pain. Oh, Cindy's here. Hi, Cindy. How are you today?
Hey, Cindy.
We were just talking about aliens. I had asked if you were abducted by aliens, would you tell anybody? Why or why not? And I'm curious if you saw my alien hat yet, Cindy. Lisa says my brother-in-law called us crying, saying that Bigfoot threw a log at the trailer he was in. And Cindy says, starting with ET again. You gotta keep things fun. We could talk about ghosts too. I'm sure Lisa has some good ghost stories she could tell. Let's see. Cindy says they would send me back. Oh, why do you think they would send you back? Oh, he may have been on something. Yeah. And that's another thing that fascinates me. It's like all the like unknowns.
Yeah.
And Cindy says that she saw her first grandbaby. Awesome, awesome. And what's your grandbaby's name? Nadine says, I think if I was to be abducted by aliens, first, I don't think my family would be surprised if I told them. Second, they would ask why they gave me back, laughing out loud. So, Frank, what would you say if I got abducted by aliens?
Have her back by 10.
I guess I got a curfew then, an alien curfew. You have to go, Dinah. If so, I hope you have a good day.
Bye.
Oh, Cindy says she's a pain in the you know where. That's why. Oh, Callahan Joseph. Oh, that's a nice name.
Aw.
And Lisa says I would probe the aliens right back if they tried anything. Jennifer says, all right, I have to go take care of those grandbabies. It's been fun. Hugs to everyone. Bye, Jennifer. I hope you have a good day. Oh, hi, Wanda. How are you today?
Bye, Jennifer, and hey, Wanda.
Ursula says Frank is so funny.
He is. No, is your name Frank? No, it's not. Your name's Aiden.
And Lisa says, there I go again, crossing the line. Whoops. Okay. Well, we'd love to have you if you could stay longer, Dinah. Oh, thank you, Ursula. I hope you have a great day. Okay.
Bye, Ursula.
So you want to go ahead and ask the next question, Caitlin?
Yes. If you could put wings on any wingless animal, which one? Or animals? Aiden says a human.
A human?
I would put them on a pig so that all the people that say when pigs fly.
Oh.
Well, I'm pretty sure y'all could guess what I would put them on. What do you think, Caitlin?
Cats.
Yep. Oh, can you imagine if Allie and Sophie could fly? Oh, I'd be in trouble.
Yes, you would.
And Cindy says, I'll wait for him to go to bed because he won't be quiet. Oh, yay, Dinah decided to stay. Yay. And Cindy said, I would put wings on my pups. Sarah said cats if only to see what they do. Exactly. Because cats already do some crazy things. It's like sometimes you really want to know what's going on in their little heads.
Yes.
And giving them wings. And Lisa says guinea pigs. Oh, and Laura Lee's here. Hi, Laura Lee. How are you today?
Hey.
And she says, on a horse, then I'd ride him. Oh, then it would basically be a Pegasus. Brenda says, flying kitties, oh my. And Cindy says, I would take them out by those ones I don't like, so she could. Oh. Nadine says maybe a whale so they could see the world in a different light. That would be interesting, but they need water to survive.
Yeah.
So I don't think they would really be able to be in the air without water.
Yeah.
Oh, Frank's saying whales breathe oxygen. Marquita says a giraffe so that more people could see them more often in various locations if they migrate like birds. They're so beautiful, so graceful. That would be interesting. A big old giraffe in the air flying.
They're
And,
buffalo.
and Cindy says, yes, I want a flying horse. Okay, AJ's back. And she says, my cats already get into so much. I could not give them wings. And Brenda says, wings on a turtle might be cool. That would be interesting, but they would be like real slow flying. Laura Lee says, I'd try to ride the giraffe too. Well, so you have a giraffe flying with Laura Lee on top in the air. Lisa says a frog would be funny. Yeah, that would be cute. And Cindy says I had a pet giraffe at the zoo when I worked there. Oh, yeah, giraffes are beautiful.
They are. They're one of my favorite animals. I walked the zoo twice because I couldn't find the giraffes, and when I finally got there, I got up on the went up the stairs because they had stairs so you could feed them or whatever. And I got up the stairs, and he realized I didn't have food, and he turned around and walked away. And I was so sad.
Nadine says whales breathe through their air hole, so air hole, but I see your point. Yeah, Frank was saying they probably could actually. So I'm going to go ahead and ask the next question. Let's see. Let's see. What are three things you could buy at a Walmart to make the cashier give you weird looks? And we need to keep we do need to keep this one on the clean side. But I would go with rope, bleach, and tape.
Yep, that would make me wonder.
You got any other ideas, Caitlin?
Uh, I would have to say envelopes, glitter, and glue. Because, glitter bombs.
Let's see. AJ says a red panda, so the ones in our caring zoo could come and see me and let me pet them.
Oh.
Ooh, pandas are beautiful. I always love seeing the little baby pandas. They're so cute.
Mhm.
And Cindy says, yes, my first job was at the zoo. I talked so much I had the longest line, so they gave me a hot dog cart. He would wait for me and he would get one hot dog a day.
Aw.
Yeah, I would have too much fun if I worked at a zoo. I would love seeing the animals because, like, me and Frank used to always go to the zoos. But then I did start to get burnt out on them. But I love seeing all the different things animals do.
Mhm.
Ellie says, haven't been abducted, but have seen some mysterious lights flying around.
Yep.
Do 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 do. And Nadine says, so you would have a giraffe. Oh, you would have a cat, a giraffe, a horse, and a whale flying in the sky. Yeah. And Cindy says, he waited for me every day and I pet him, got kisses. Aww. Okay, Cindy missed the question. It was, what are three things you could buy at a Walmart to make the cashier give you weird looks? Cindy says I was up for promotion, was going to apply for the dolphins. Ooh, dolphins. I would love to like swim with dolphins. That would be so cool.
It would.
Okay. Looks like Marquita has to go. Hope you have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, Laura Lee says she loves my alien hat too.
I'm gonna have to see it when I get off the live.
And let's see. Nadine says, I would love to have visited your line at the zoo. I love being taught new things. Talking to Cindy.
Yeah.
Cindy says, I can't answer that one. Yeah. Yeah, it is getting harder to come up with new questions to ask. So if anyone has any ideas for questions I could ask on a live, let me know. Email me or message me. Give me some question ideas. And Cindy says, I took the kids swimming with the dolphins. I can show pics my next video. Awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Lisa says she can't answer it either. Yeah, that's why I said when I first asked that keep it clean. But I was hoping some of y'all might have gotten creative and come up with some interesting things. Cindy says my mind can have a ton of questions. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up because in about 10 minutes StreamYard will cut me off anyway. So I want to make sure I close things up before I get the boot. So do you have anything you would like to say, Caitlin, before we wrap up?
Thank you for having me. Thank you all that came in the chat and participated with our questions. Stop, dog. I'm sorry.
And and I enjoyed having you, Caitlin. Thank you for coming live with me.
You're welcome.
Oh, and Cindy saying she'll send me a list. Oh, thank you, Cindy. I mean, I'm always like Googling questions, but it gets hard to come up with new ideas. And well, anyway, I hope everyone has a fabulous Yorny day. Be the light and bye.